Hi there, everybody. My name is Laura Kelland-May, and thank you for watching. This is going to be so exciting. I'm really excited about being live. This is something that I did a long time ago. Went live before it was even cool to be live, and now I'm starting back up again because I really think it's important that the information I have here is passed on. I really believe that if you have knowledge about something, that you should share it with everybody so that everybody can learn from it, or at least experience it, or have some idea about what's happening with it. So that's what I'm all about. I really hope that this is something that I'm going to do regularly every week. And on Sunday afternoons or Saturday afternoons or Sunday afternoons or Monday afternoons or sometime anyway, and keep it going so that people can expect me to come here live. Now, last week I went live and I explained to you about this horse that I bought. His name is Sunny, and he's a nice thoroughbred horse. And I showed you the pictures that I bought him from. I bought him from a picture, a photograph, and then the horse that arrived on the doorstep. So I just wanted to update you on that and how the horse is doing, and let you know what's happening with him and how he's doing. So my name is Laura, and welcome. I just hope that everybody can see me and hear me. It looks like everything's working okay, and I've just got this new thing here, and it doesn't look like it's working very well, does it? Nope. So I'm not getting the chat. Let's just see if I can fix that while we're here. Going live and loving it. Yeah. And oh, so maybe it's I'm saying some. So it doesn't look like it's, yeah. Hi there, everybody. Welcome back. The stream doesn't seem to be working very well, and I'm just going to do the best that I can with what I've got here. There's going to be a million different streams, and I'm not sure why it's not able to stream. I guess there's a lot of people using the internet here out in the country. I guess that happens when you are there. So I have to keep an eye on that. Sometimes, when it streams when I don't want it to stream, and it doesn't stream when I do want it to stream. So anyway, I want to get going and showing you about the pictures of the horse, and what I'm going to do is do a screen share of the pictures of the horse so that you can see him, and then we will get there from that. How does that sound? So if you just hang with me a little bit here, I'm going to transition, and you're going to go into the infinite loop of whatever it is on my screen, and then I'm going to pick up a picture of the horse. Okay? So here we go. So far, so good. And this is the stable where I keep the horse, and I put my phone on the floor so that it was kind of a messy mess when I arrived. So I thought, hey, I'm going to be taking care of this horse. I'm going to just sweep up the floor a little bit. So nothing quite like a nice, neat floor to bring your horse in on, right? So this is what I did next. Whoops, that's the wrong way. That's the ice sculptures in Ottawa. So I swept the floor, and just so much nicer when you sweep the floor, how much nicer it looks. They just, less dirt. There's a stall here, and you can see the blankets are being hung up. It was a little bit damp yesterday, and the blankets got wet and then frozen. They're kind of like just hard hard. This one is anyway. Sonny's blanket. That's Sonny's blanket install right there. And just looks nicer when it's swept up, doesn't it? So that's before. This is after. And there he is there. There's Sonny. He looks a little bit happier. He's got his ears up a little bit more now than usual, and he is so much happy. It just seems happier. You can see his eyes look a little brighter here, and his eyes look a little nicer. His eyes just look a little brighter, and he's got some nice shine on his coat here, but it's just still really scruffy and really dirty, and that's just going to take time to get him looking a little bit. So I gave him a massage. Right here in the front of this picture right here is I took some peppermint oil and put it on my hand, and he sniffed and licked it, and he seemed to really like it. And I like this picture because you can see his teeth. You can see, yeah, you know what? He's not that old if you look at his teeth. He's look like a 5-year-old, coming 6 maybe this year, and he doesn't have a tattoo, although he is a registered thoroughbred. That means he didn't race. Yeah, he's liking that smell, huh? That's such a cool thing when horses do that. Yeah, but look at him. He just looks like a sad sack. He just is not really happy. He's just not really happy at all. This is the way he looks all the time. He just kind of looks like he's just a little not very good. So that's just him, I guess, and that's what I'm going to have to deal with. And there he is again. And there he is again. You can see here his ribs. Oopsie. You can see here his ribs are sticking out there. You can count them all. And his big shoulder blades here. And, the other thing that you notice about him is just his hip bones. His hip bones are really big. He's got this nice hip angle here. Real athletic. But unfortunately, he's just been worn down, and he stands like this. He just stands like this, like a sad sack. That's what I call him, a sad sack. He just, some horses are moving around, but he just kind of just stands there, and that's all he does. Just kind of stands there. I'm a little disappointed. And again, here's another little close up. You can see his rib, but look at this here. Look at that hip angle. Like built for speed. And look at those. Look at the ribs. This is after a week. We're still putting in lots of feeding on him. He's got some scars here. Looks like he got beat up. But look at this. This is promising here. He's got some nice shine on his mane. I really like that. And there's a sheath, back to normal. But there's a close-up of his fur, and you can see the dirt, and there's a little bit of a scar here. But look at up here, you can see he's got like a rain rot. But all through here, you can see the dust and dandruff, and it's just not healthy. You can see the rain rot in there, and this here is a scab of some sort. Just doesn't look healthy at all. So that's the main thing about the horse. He seems to be going okay. He seems to be doing well, and he just doesn't do much at all. He just kind of is Hi there, everybody. My name is Laura Kelland-May, and thank you so much for visiting with me here today. I would like to welcome you and make sure that everybody is enjoying themselves and learning something with their horses. So I'm really excited about doing this. Anyway, so I'm going to share some pictures, and it's going to be a screen share. So I'm hoping that this is working out so that you can see it. Oh, you know what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to go like this. I'm going to transition and do the screen share now. I just have to stay put for a moment while I do this. So this is the place, this is the barn, and no, I did not fall and could not get up. I just put my phone on the floor because it was a really kind of a dirty mess when I got in there. So I thought, you know what, I'm just going to sweep this floor. You can see there's lots of crap on the floor and it wasn't very nice. So I just swept it, and then after I swept it, it looked kind of nice. There's nothing like a nicely swept floor, right? It's just so nice. It's so nice. And you get irritated when people bring their horses in and out and wreck your nice clean floor. But that's the way it looked after. So here's Sunny, chestnut gelding, and you can see, look here, this is one thing that I noticed about him already. He's looking a little bit brighter in his eye, and that's really, really promising. You can also see his coat's a little bit nicer, and if you look carefully, you can see up here, there's a little bit of shine starting in his coat, and that's from, I don't know, regular brushing, couple 3 times a week, just the bare minimum. And also he's getting regular grain. He's been blanketed, regular grain, and just some regular TLC, and that's all it really is a little bit of care. What I really like about this photograph is that you can see in his eyes that he's just looking like he's a little bit more hoarse, not just, he just looks a little happier, I guess, after a week. So here I decided to give him a little bit of a massage, and in the foreground here you will see this thing right here is a bottle of peppermint. And I know horses like peppermints, and horses do like peppermints. So I put 2 drops on my hand and then let the horse smell it. Left nostril, right nostril, left nostril, right nostril. He's smelled it back and forth on each nostril. And it's very interesting to note that when you offer essential oils to horses, pay close attention to which nostril that they smell it with, because if they smell it with the left nostril versus the right nostril, it means something. So this is kind of important. Anyway, he licked at my hand when I put a couple drops in my hand, and then he does the Fleming thing. So I just thought it was really nice. Kind of cute. The other thing I liked about this is that you can see, yeah, you know what? He is a young horse. Anybody who knows anything about teeth and horses can see that, yep, he's a young horse. You can see it right here. So he's a 5 or 6 year old, and that's what his papers say. So everything is good with that. And also you can see that he's enjoying this. You can see that he is, liking it, taking part in it. Whereas before, he would just not even respond. He would just stand there so there's some pictures of him. And this is how, what I mean. He just is like a sad sack. Unfortunately, you can see his demeanor in his face. He just not too happy about everything. Are you, baby? Poor Sonny. We love you, Sonny. You just need some help and some TLC, right? And again, this is the condition after a couple weeks. He's looking a little bit better. I've been walking him, hand walking. You can see here in his back, there's a little bit of muscle coming on there. We like that, to see that. But unfortunately, you see the ribs are still there. And this is one thing I really noticed about this horse, is that his hip angle is just amazing. He's got these big hips right here. And a real powerhouse. And it's a real shame that no one's taking care of him. But then again, you can see that just with a little bit of brushing, that there's some shine here, and he does look a little bit nicer. And once again, you can see that he's got like bite marks. Somebody has been biting him. Here's a little more close up view of this. Yeah, you can see the ribs. Hate that. Bite marks. Here he's got some rain rot, but look at this hip angle here. And look at those hips. And once those fill in and get muscled up, he's going to be a powerhouse. A little bit of shine coming on there. And that's just from a little bit of brushing. And that's his sheath right back down to normal. And this is a close-up of his skin. You can see here, this is one reason why I took this photograph, is that you can see here, he's got some rain rot or something going on here. There's a scab from a bite mark there. And just generally, lots of dandruff. Just plain and simple dandruff. So that's just the horse and how it's going with the horse. It's going to be a long process. You have to make these horses healthy from the inside out, and I understand it's going to be a long process, and I understand that it's not going to happen overnight. 2 weeks is just really a touch in the bucket for this horse, and I'm really going to hope that he's going to come along and be healthy. And if there's anybody out there who knows more about hi there everybody again, and sorry about that. Looks like we lost some stuff. Well, that was just about the horse, and now we're just going to move into a little bit of fun stuff. And oh, I see, it's got a little red thing there. I wonder what that means. Cool. So I'm using the streaming tool, and hopefully it's working all right. Yeah, so this is good. You can see that I have a little Christmas tree on this, just because I started doing this in the wintertime, just before Christmas. And now we are going to do some pictures of horseback riders, and this is the type of horseback riding picture you get when you search online for equestrians. These are the equestrian riders that people think of when you put equestrian in the search bar. So I was looking for pictures to do position corrections on, and this is the picture that came up when I put in equestrian. Now, on closer inspection, I really like this photograph because this person, although she doesn't have pants on and no helmet and no arms and no gloves, and she does something very irritating with the crop around her wrist. I hate that. There's safety stirrups. I love it. Anyway, if you're watching, put something in the here. Or maybe that's just me. It's kind of annoying. Oh. Yeah, so